Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. However, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye. These are now latest that were sent to my P.O. box from my mother. I'm sure there will be a couple left by the time she comes down in October. You gotta smack eating a now later though. I did have an edible. I had a half of one. I was assaulted by sleep a moment after I had the edible. Went to sleep, woke up, got hungry, ate the rest of my food from earlier, and it really hit the spot. And now I had to have me a banana now later. I was looking for my Jelly Bellies that I stole from Carlton's house. Remember I was eating them on the live last night with Keon? I don't know what happened to him. My girl Kim knew that this was an olive tree. Come on, arborist Kimberly / paid for your say. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Please hit the like button. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. No, this is just the Facebook live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So, you know, the quality control team here at Impeccable Works discovered something today. That those of you that were saying the live that Keon and I did last night at his house was crystal clear. No, it wasn't, niece. The quality control team got back to me, and it was a lot of skipping, a lot of pausing, The sound was decent. Oh, who said they came through here dropping money? Come on, Marlon Washington. Thank you very much for $5 Friday. Come on, Friday. I meant to say good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. And this is the this is the YouTube live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I have been banned from Facebook. I'm banned now for 30 days. I think I got about another 23. I think I have about another 23. So I can only stream live on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. And I post over my Patreon. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Thank you, Mioka, for the Cash App. I don't understand why they got me banned. I really don't. Have no idea. Ryan is in the house for the night. I texted him a little while ago and asked him if he wanted to do something tonight. He said, I think I'm in. And I think that might be what it is. And this is my last now later. And then a friend of mine had a birthday the other day. And I offered to take him out for a drink tonight. And he agreed. And then we went to the gym today. Thank you, T-Ray, for that $5 Friday. Then we agreed that we would do something today. And then we went to the gym today and we worked out today at the gym. And I said, okay, well, just let me know what time tonight you want to get together for a drink. So then when I woke up from my slumber, I messaged him. And he hasn't responded. That was an hour ago, almost. In 13 minutes, that would have been an hour ago. Listen, when you try to be nice to somebody and take them out for a drink for their birthday, and if they don't respond, that is on them. You tried. Let it go. I think I better let it go. I think that might be what it is too. They always say that I violated some post that was made was a violation of community guidelines or community rules or something. And it says to see the post, click here. And so I'll click on it and it never takes me to the post. Don't know what that's about. Thank you, Dion, for the $5 Friday. Hey, girl, hey. Is that the Dion that's making all that money over there paid for this? Yeah, no rain checks. I was offering to take you out for your birthday Friday. Today is now Tuesday. I'll see you next year for your birthday. Scott is on Martha's Vineyard. Thank you, Sophia, for the Cash App for the $5 Friday. Scott is on Martha's Vineyard with a few of his friends. And Elliot is at home. And he's been trying to get over here, but he has a bathroom that's getting redone. Hey, Izzy. Hey, girl. Hey. So I don't know if we're going to get together this weekend or not. But Elliot's birthday is coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah, in about 2 weeks. So I was asking him the other day, what was he planning for his birthday? Did he have anything planned? I still feel a little after effects of that edible that I had. I only had a small piece. Angela is fine. I was at Angela's house yesterday. Angela has a dog that's about 17, 18 years old. Dave punk ass was supposed to be over here tonight. I had to text him. And then he gonna say, I'll call you when I'm on my way. Excuse me. That was at 12:24 this morning or afternoon. And I ain't ever hear anything. And so then I just texted him at 8:30 and said, see how you don't show up? He swore he was coming. Yes, Elliot is a Libra. He's a September Libra. So Elliot's birthday is September 25th. And so he's talking about maybe going to Savannah. So if he does, then of course I'll tag along. Thank you, Shannon, down in Miami, for the $7 $5 Friday. Amen. You know what I meant to talk to y'all about the other night when Keon started on the live and said about the guy that was in Memphis or something. He had mental illness and he went shooting and killing people. I thought he was going to talk about this young lady. I don't know her name. Well, I mean, I'm not familiar with her, but it's you can't even see that. Her name is Raven K. Jackson. Have y'all heard of her? This is her right here. Do y'all know what? Do y'all know who she is? I'm not familiar with her, but I happened to come across something the other day on Instagram, and it was saying that she died by suicide. I think the politically correct phrasing now is she died by suicide or he died by suicide. It's not he committed suicide or she committed suicide. But yeah, I'm not familiar with her. And Antoine, I just explained to you how you're supposed to say it. He told me, yeah, she committed. No, she died by suicide. But yeah, I'm not familiar with her. So at any rate, but yeah, her name is Raven K. Jackson, and she was apparently dating some guy who was a rapper, 600 Breezy. And so, you guys know I tell you all the time that I'm such a hip hop fan, but I've never heard of him. Like a lot of these new artists, I don't always understand. I don't always know. Somebody in the comments, I believe it was Kevy Kev, said, "What does that Post-it note say back there?" It's amazing how the things that you all notice in the background. Just nosy. But anyway, he said, "What does that Post-it note say back there?" It says, "Look at God." Amen. That's what it says. It says, "Look at God." Because God is always moving. We're not always paying attention. And then I have one up there. You see that one right there? That one says, God is. God is. And then I got one up there over top of the doorway. You see it right there. It says, "You got this. Trust." Amen. Amen. You got this. You got to have your little notes around the house to remind you. My friend Lynn wrote those things for me. God is. Simple as that. God is. But yeah, that and she wrote this "Look at God" because it was like, Craig, when I think I've told you this story before. My friend Lynn, when I met her, I was barely selling any books. And she and I were, became friends, and I had just put out, I think, my second book or something. And she said to me, "How many books do you want to sell per week?" And sometimes we dream so small. We don't dream a big enough dream. We dream in fear. And so she said to me, she said, "How many books do you want to sell per week?" I said, "If I could just sell 10 books a week, that would be great. If I could just sell 10 books a week." Right? And I remember when I was starting my podcast, she was there to help me get started. She and DT were helping me get started. And I was just dreaming of selling those 10 books a week. And she wrote like little notes like this in 227 as well. And so then when I got here and I was no longer selling just 10 books a week, like there were days that I would send video to her of me packaging and signing books. Sometimes I'd be signing 50 books in a day. Sometimes it was 60. Sometimes it was 200. You understand what I'm saying? So there were times that I was selling more books than I had ever even dreamed of, right? And so when she wrote this "Look at God" over here, it was like, look at what he brought you from. You were in that 2-bedroom condo that you were renting to a house that you bought. You didn't have a car then. You were driving somebody else's car, and now you have your own car. And she said, you only wanted to sell 10 books a week. That's like two books a day, right? And she said, look at you now selling more than that in a day. She said, you're selling 3 and 4 and 5 times that in a day. And so she was like, God is. Look at God. And then this one up here says, you got this, trust, because she said, no matter what you face, no matter what obstacle you face, you already know what you've come from. You already know what you came through. She said, so anything is possible. And she said to me when she first came over here, she said, this is such a beautiful house for your first house. She said, and this is only your first house. She said, you're just scratching the surface, Craig. And she said, and you are a single example in my real life of what God can actually do. She said, because I have my days where I'm questioning my job and whether or not I'll have enough money to do what I need to do, you know, just all these things. She said, and look at what he brought you from. She said, you are right in my face. It did make me emotional. And you know what, Tanya? When I share these stories like this, I'm really, and I was thinking about this before I got on the live, I really truly do share stuff with hopes that people will be inspired by it and not see it as, oh, he bragging. Because to me, bragging is like when you showing like what brand shoes you wearing and how much you spending on stuff. When I'm sharing with you that I was in a condo that I was renting, selling 10 books sometimes a month. And then I got to the point where I was selling 50 and 60 books in a day. I'm just trying to show you what's possible. You know, but some people see it as, oh, you just bragging. But I'm really just trying to show you what's possible, even when you come from the darkness. Even when you come from the darkness. And so, so when she comes over here, she's just always like, and then we went outside to the backyard. She said, you got a whole sitting area. She said, you know, just the fact that you were able to do all of this on your own. She said, you believed enough in publishing your own book. She said, you did all of this on your own because you believed in yourself, right? And she was like, you published your own book. Like you didn't wait for a publishing company to do it. You printed it and you got out there and you grinded and you sold these books. And this is what you were able to produce from that. She said, and this is just your beginning. Thank you, Shamika. You definitely don't brag. Read, yes, but brag, no. Oh my God. Hey, girl, hey. Y'all crazy. Come on, always trust the process and may God enlarge your territory. And that's what I'm always trying to tell you guys too, because I know that there are many of you that are trying to start a business, or you've started a business and that shit ain't smooth out yet. Things are still hard, and you ready to give up, and you second guessing yourself about your dream and your vision. Listen, my mother used to tell me all the time. My mother used to tell me all the time. My tongue got a little tied. She used to say, listen, it could take 10 to 12 years for a business to really turn around and be profitable. And she used to say that. And I'm like, yeah, well, I ain't got 10 or 12 years. But the truth is, when it turns around, it's such an amazing feeling. It is such an amazing feeling. And you always remember, well, not everybody, but I always try to remember how dire and how desperate certain times were. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting in this office now, and just the fact that I was able to get this built-in bookcase and this Murphy bed. I remember once upon a time I was trying to figure out if I was going to be able to get my hair cut. I said, do I have $25 to get my hair cut? And then the fact, like a handful of years later, it's interesting because a handful of years back, I didn't have a car, you know, But a handful of years forward, I done bought a house, and I'm able to pay for a bookcase. I was able to help my mother. That ain't nothing but God, right? And so, like when you're starting out, it's sometimes hard to see it. Like you know it's possible, but it's almost hard to see yourself actually reaching it. But when you do, it's such an amazing feeling. But for me, I always remember those difficult times. I always think about those difficult times, um, not in a overthinking kind of way. I don't think about it all of the time, and you know, worry. I don't think about it like that. But like every now and then, I kind of measure where I am and just kind of say, you know what, wow, that was just a couple of years ago that you were trying to do this. It's just all of that kind of stuff. And the reason why I share that again is because I know a lot of you, you might not have even started a business. You may be in school. You might be a single parent. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a one-on-one today. I had a one-on-one. Listen, when I do these one-on-ones, it is truly proof. What's up, Gina Mack out there in California, IA? When I tell you, I had a one-on-one today with a young lady. It was so powerful to me. I don't know if it was powerful to her. I would imagine it was powerful to her. But she was sharing with me that she's stuck essentially in between two relationships. One is with a guy that's in jail. And he's in jail for a lifetime sentence. And the other guy is her ex-husband. And so she was just telling me, and when I do these one-on-ones and just the stuff that she was saying back to me, when I do these one-on-ones, it is such a big reminder of how much you guys pay attention to what I say. You know what I'm saying? It's like she was throwing back at me things that she said, I know, because like when you say all the time, you got to know your name. She said, I don't know my name yet. I said, yeah, baby, you don't know your name yet. You got to know your name. So like just the fact that she throws certain things back at me, it's just, it just makes me even more thoughtful of what I'm saying on here. And man, y'all know I cuts the fool. You know what I mean? Y'all know I cut up and I cuss and, just to kind of be a little silly sometimes. But like, it just makes me realize that there are people who are really holding on to your words. They're really paying attention to what you're saying, right? But yeah, he's in jail for a life sentence. And she was just like, I just kind of want to, she said, because I've left him and gone back to my ex-husband and I won't talk to him for months. And she said, and then he never holds it against me. But I said to her, I said, what you're really looking for is to be saved. She wants to be saved. So many people want to be saved. And it's like she's a single mom. She doesn't really want to raise the kids by herself. So she overlooks this bullshit with these two men. And I'm just like, baby, you got to get clear. Like, you really got to sit still for a while. My suggestion to her was for her to go celibate for a while and try her best not to even date for a while. She needs to cut both of them busters off. Because it's like, once you start to second guess yourself in terms of your value and your worth and just stuff like, and these people can't even offer anything to you. Like, what is it that you're holding on to? I couldn't understand what she was holding on to. And I was just like, she said, because every now and then she'll look at herself in the mirror and she's wondering if it's her dark skin, because she feels like she keeps getting these same types of men. And I said, because you haven't taken the time to clean yourself up in here. Once your energy in here changes, the energy around you changes, and that includes the people. And it is just, I don't know. My heart broke for her talking to her. Like, I ended up talking to her 15 minutes past the time she paid for. Because I couldn't let her go yet. You know what I mean? We just kind of kept talking. It was almost like I was trying to give her every little bit of wisdom, compassion, empathy. And that's what I told her. I said, I think you're so afraid of being alone. And I wanted to give her all of the wherewithal. I don't know. I just wanted to give her, because she was just like, well, you don't think that the guy in jail, you don't think that he could be a really good person? He really could be sincere. And I was just like, well, even if he is sincere, because I believe a lot of those lifers are scammers, you know, because remember I did that podcast with my brother, and he and another guy that had been in jail for like 20 years, both said that a lot of times those guys in prison don't even write those letters themselves. They'll get somebody to, another inmate who has nice penmanship, to write it. They're never even reading what's in it because they're not trying to get connected emotionally to somebody from these little pen pal lines. These little, it was some, she met the guy on some jail, whatever it is that they talk about over there on Love After Lockup. She got the website address from off of there, and she started talking to this guy. But for a lot of them that are in jail, they're just looking for the next person to kind of do their bid with them. You know what I mean? That has, like, you in jail for life, so you want somebody to be able to talk to write to call, send you money. And I told her, I said, most women believe that these men that are in jail for life like that, they believe that they're monogamous. And a lot of times they have other women that are writing them, other women that are coming to see them. So I was like, girl, you ain't the only one. You are not the only one. At all. So, and that's why I kept telling her, I said, girl, that's a dead end. I said, you can't get anything out of that. She said, well, no, he does. He sends stuff for my kids. Like, he sent me money so I can get my kids an Xbox. I said, well, those are the little trappings from in the beginning. He's trying to pull you in, to draw you in, which is why I said to her, I said, it's like you want to be saved. You want help with your kids. You want a man to be at home to help you with your bills. And I said, so you're compromising the integrity of yourself. You're compromising the joy of being yourself. You know, so I was just like, you got to take care of yourself. Like, that's insane. That is insane. Oh, my girl Mecca said she got her a new phone. Come on, somebody. She done got her a new phone. She done went and got her a new device. All right, let me add moderator. There we go. You got it. My girl Mecca said, right, you can't even get a hug in jail. And that's what I told her. I said, you need intimacy. And I don't just mean being able to touch and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't mean like just sex, but I mean, you need to be able to touch and hug and kiss, and you know what I mean? Like, how can you really benefit from a man that's in jail for long term? And even in this scenario, let me just say this. Even if you were dating a man and then he got locked up for life, even if you got kids with him, even if you got a husband, even if you got kids with him and all that kind of stuff, and he goes to jail for life, even if he is your husband, at some point you got to realize, okay, that person is never coming home. And loyalty is one thing, but it's just like, you can still be there for that person, but I got to move on with my life. I mean, we can still be friends, and I'll come and see you and stuff, and you can call me, and we can have write letters and stuff like that. But I'm gonna need to move on with my life. And I understand you're my children's father, or I understand you're my husband, or whatever. But listen, I got needs. And I don't just mean sex. I'm talking about, like, you want to face the world with someone. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to help pay that mortgage or rent. You want somebody to go on vacation with. So I can't go on vacation with you if you're in jail for life. So I can be here in the way that I can be here for you. But I'm not about to give up my whole life. I ain't ready to do that. I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just saying for me and my household. It's almost like, remember when not Beverly Johnson, B. Smith, when she what does she have? Touch and agree. I'm gonna need to be touched and agreed upon. She had Alzheimer's, I think it was. And remember, her husband ended up getting canoodling with that white woman, and they ended up getting together or I don't know if they got married or not, but he ended up moving on with that white woman, and they moved into the house that he had with B. Smith. B. Smith, was had lost her mind by then, but my mother felt some kind of way because her ex-husband, she had Alzheimer's or dementia. She had dementia. Okay, they saying dementia. So remember when she really, was completely gone, the husband moved on. And the white lady moved in the house. Now, I feel like, of course, he was still taking care of B. Smith. Now, I do feel like for me, I don't think I would be able to move you into the house that we lived in. Maybe we need to move out and get another place, and I still bring B. Smith with us. But I just feel like it was something kind of, it's like you moved this. I mean, even though I'm out of my mind, I've lost my mind. But it's like, still, it's just like you got this woman in our house. I don't know. It just seemed kind of crazy to me. But maybe he didn't have the money. Maybe he didn't have the money to move out, and it was more convenient to move the lady in. My concern was that lady was going to get control of that house. That was my concern. Tracy said he broke up with the white lady. She thinks that she thinks that he only used the white lady so he could help take care of B. Smith. Ooh, y'all are something else. Wait, what is this? Sorry about that. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to look at something. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Something's really been going on with my Facebook page. Anyway, listen, that edible is just kind of slowing me down a little bit. So I'm just going to get off of here now. I went into a little daze just now. It took me a little longer than I anticipated trying to look at this note here. But at any rate, listen, you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth. Floss your teeth. I'm about to go brush mine because I made those now later. And brush your tongue. Please have a few moments to take look, and then the phone ringing. You guys have an amazing night, okay? Bye here.